Hello. This is Australia.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Faut que tu parles un peu plus fort en fait.
This is Australia.
This is Australia, dis
Avec
sur votre
l'accent
French accent.
bien. Non, avec l'accent germain.
Hello everyone, I'm here with the beautiful
Mary.
Mary.
Hey.
I'm so excited because we are in the middle of Paris. And I'm so excited because I went to an interview a few days ago. I hope I will have the job. So we are here tonight.
Today. But tonight too, if you want.
No, we are here this morning to have a little interview. I will ask you some questions if you want.
Yes, I want.
You want?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
You can ask. Come on.
Okay,
Give me
let's
some
go.
question. Let's go.
We can do it. Okay. Okay, may you present yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Mary, I'm 24.
And you're French.
Yeah, I'm French, of course.
You're French.
I'm from Paris, so.
So.
Bitches.
My question is, why did you go in Australia?
Oh, that's a big question. I went to Australia because I was lost in Paris. I was like a little bit
Lost?
sick. Yes.
Sick? Okay.
Yes. I was sick of Paris, of studying law because I was studying law and it was, oh my god. So I was just a little bit tired of my life. So I asked my mother and my father if I can just take a break 1 year. So that's why I decided to go to Australia. Just 1 year, the deal, and I went to Australia.
When did you go? Sorry.
I decided to go in March and I left Paris in July.
So that was in 2013?
13, yes.
March 2013?
Yes.
So you didn't stay 1 year, one
No.
full year?
No, I stayed 9 months and a half.
Okay.
I arrived in Brisbane. I stayed 3 months there and it was really, really great. I love the city.
Next question.
Yes.
How did we meet?
Okay, so we met thanks to Anthony. It was a guy I texted when I was in France because he wants to go to Australia too. So we text a lot, we see each other, and after when he came in Australia, in Brisbane, we met, and that's
how we met.
I think so.
We hung up together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So during 1 week we started to plan a road trip.
Yes.
That I told you in the last video. My next question is, did you work in Australia?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
So what did you do?
Oh, a lot of things.
I'm
Yeah. So yes,
excited.
I worked in a restaurant, in a French restaurant, easy way, but you know, it's good to...
Do you remember the name of this restaurant?
The Pink Martini, yes.
The Pink Martini.
Yeah, it was in South Bank, so a really good French restaurant. I worked for them 1 month and a half.
You arrived in Brisbane.
Yes.
And then you went during 5 weeks in this school.
In the school, and after
Okay.
I worked in the Pink Martini restaurant.
May I ask you if you worked again after our road trip?
Yes, I decided to go to one farm because I needed to earn money, and you know it's really good money. It's really hard work, but it's good.
So how much per hour?
Per hour it was 20 per hour. So it was a watermelon farm.
Okay.
Really hard because the fruits are so heavy. It was really hard work, but you know, I go stronger and stronger and stronger.
So how long did you stay in this farm?
I stayed 2 months and a half.
2 months and a half?
Yes.
Is that enough to have your second year visa?
No, it's not.
Why?
You have to stay 3 months in a
3
farm.
months?
Yes.
Okay.
In a farm to get your second visa.
It's 3 months or 88 days?
Yes.
If you want to have your second year visa, you have to work in a building company or in a farm during 3 months, but it's 88 days.
You can work in a farm and move and work for another farm and move.
And you have some paper to fill in, because the government will ask you that. Next question.
Yes.
How did you feel when you left Australia?
I don't know. It was a mix between happiness and between sadness, because it was really sad to leave Australia after 10 months, because I have really great memories. So it's always
It's to see your family,
yeah,
and
see
your friends.
Yeah, to see my family, my friends.
Needed to recharge your
Yeah,
battery,
my battery.
And to see your close friends.
Yes, because I missed it a lot.
What did you do just after landed in France?
I eat a sandwich. No, really. My brother.
With real bread.
No, yeah, with bread
Okay.
and rillettes, you know.
Yes, okay.
So you have to translate because I don't know the name.
Bordeaux Chanel.
Yeah, Bordeaux Chanel with cornichon.
How do you say?
Un cornichon, c'est
Cucumber.
cucumber. Ouais,
Cucumber.
I think.
I just no.
No.
That's so what do you do now?
Okay, now I'm studying history.
History. Okay.
Yes.
Why?
Because I love history. Because I want to be a teacher. So.
She wants to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you compare Australia history and French history, it's quite
Different. Yeah.
I mean,
It's a lot of century of history in France, and in Australia it's like 300 years.
do you regret to have been in Australia?
No. In my studies, it was just a little bit hard for me to stay in France and to think about me, about my life, about what I want. So I take 1 year like a break to really think about it.
May you tell us a really good memory?
I have a lot of good memory. No. Maybe yes. Just when I arrived in Australia, in Brisbane, when I changed my money, you know, euros to dollars, it was a really exciting moment.
Because you felt like you were
I did
in
it.
another...
I was in Australia and I was with my backpack, just here.
May we show them the backpack?
Yes.
Yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
So this is a beautiful green backpack.
Yeah, his name is Ryan.
Next question.
Yeah.
How was your English when you went to Australia?
My English was so bad. I could understand people, but I couldn't talk.
Next question. Woo! May you tell them your bad memory, if you have one.
When you compare the good moments and the bad moments, the good moments are
The best.
the best, and it's
You forget the bad ones.
Yeah.
Do you want to go in Australia again?
yes, for sure,
For sure.
for sure. But not now.
Just for traveling and...
Yeah. Next question. What was that?
So we went together on a road trip during 1 month from Brisbane to Cairns.
Yes.
And then we separate
Yes.
each other.
Yeah.
So where did you go?
I went to Byron Bay. And I stayed maybe 1.5 months in Byron Bay, and after I was workless, you know, workless and moneyless. So yeah, I moved to Sydney.
Because it's less expensive than the other, the other
No,
city.
it's not less expensive, but you know, you can find work easily. But I didn't find work. So after 3 weeks of road trip with my boyfriend, we moved to, and me, I moved in a farm near to Orange, Canowindra. And I stayed 2 months and a half, and after I went to Melbourne for 2 weeks, and after I came back in France.
What was your favorite city?
I love Brisbane, really. It's like when you stay in Brisbane for a long time, like I did for 3 months, it's really a good city because you have the Gold Coast really near, and you can go there, but you don't have the beach in Brisbane. I really enjoy Brisbane, yeah, and the weather.
The people.
And the people are so kind, are so
It's
friendly.
no radio.
But I really enjoy Melbourne too, because it's like street art, it's like
Street art.
musical. If you want to go out, we have a lot of bar, a lot of cinema. You can find everything you want.
I really enjoyed to be with you and to do this collaboration with Mary. I love you. So, by Serendipity, see you soon. Bye!